Hello everyone, my name is Fred DeBerg and I am the director and owner of Spotlight Dance Arts. Welcome to Fred Talk. I am really excited about the prospect of sharing the arts and both performing and visual to the San Diego County community. We want to keep the arts alive. So I have some very special guests today. Francesco Gangemi of Pacific Creative Productions. I have Ben Keller, who is a sound engineer. And I also have Eric Lund, who is a lighting director and event technical specialist. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
All right. How long have you been in the industry in sound as a sound technician?
I've been a freelance sound engineer since May of 2000.
Interesting. That's awesome. And Ben, when you're involved in the sound technicians of different performances and shows and aren't able to do the things that you are able to do, how are you spending your time these days?
I spend a lot of time watching Netflix. I have other skill sets that I've been leaning on a little bit to try to bring some money in.
I must confess I'm binge watching shows too.
Yeah.
Francesco, could you tell me a little bit about what your business does?
So Pacific Creative Productions is a creative agency. We do live video production, and we do live event management. So, for example, if you have any need for any type of video production, whether it's a commercial marketing video, we can do that. Or on the live event side, we can do project management for live events.
So you're a busy man?
Yes.
Usually.
Not now.
Eric, now it says, like I said, an event technical specialist. Give me an example of some of the events that you've done.
Over the past years, I have worked at the San Diego County Fair as the lighting director. I've also worked at multiple events around San Diego, like December Nights.
Oh,
I do
nice.
lighting for that. I work a lot at the San Diego Zoo, the Wild Animal Park, SeaWorld, pretty much every major hotel, the Midway aircraft carrier, Comic-Con, Padres.
Yes.
Pretty much everything that has happened large in San Diego's community.
You've had something to do with it.
Yes.
My goodness.
Correct.
Fortunately, I'm very familiar with the performing arts as a professional performer for many years. We love you guys, especially those of you that give us light, those of you who give us sound, because we don't do very well without it. There's a walk going to happen on, Labor Day. And could you tell me a little bit about what's going to be happening, Francesco?
So essentially what we're trying to do is raise awareness for the 12 million people that are not working right now due to COVID.
How many did you say?
12 million.
12 million, guys. Come on. Okay.
Yeah, and so what we're doing is we're having a thing called a box push, empty case push, where if you ever go to a concert or any type of corporate event, you'll see that all the equipment comes in these road cases.
Right.
They're on wheels or whatnot. And so what we're doing is a symbolic push from Waterfront Park to the convention center.
That is fantastic. Fantastic. How many people do you suspect or expect to participate?
So far on our Facebook event, there's more than 100 people that say they're definitely going.
Wonderful.
And up to 700 that are interested.
Right.
And there's another 1,700 that have been invited that haven't said
Fantastic. Now, if a person wanted to be a part of this walk in support of what you all do, what time would they meet at the location, and where do they meet?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Park, downtown San Diego by the San Diego County building.
Comic-Con is one event,
That's
one
right.
week long. That brings in over $700 million of spending money in San Diego.
That was $700 million. Yes.
So that's one event that we have lost due to COVID. We have lost thousands of events across San Diego, including weddings, theme park events, and concerts.
And by the way, my son's wedding was canceled, so yes, we understand. Obviously, it's affected a lot of us. As a studio instructor, a dance instructor, we closed our business down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's affected a lot of us. What are some of the ideas? Do any of you have any ideas as far as how you can bring it to light? I mean, other than an interview like this.
is to bring it to light. Well, that's why we're doing the march.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people don't realize is that since most of these people are either independent contractors or small business owners,
Exactly.
is that a lot of them don't have health care. So,
That's a good point.
and in this world, in this economy as well, in this world that we live in right now, and I don't want to make a political statement, but
Right.
our healthcare is tied to employment in a lot of people's
Absolutely.
cases. For other people, they pay into their healthcare via their pocket expenses or whatnot, but when you don't have any money coming in,
Yeah.
or when you lose your job, you don't have any healthcare at all. So now we have people that are fighting depression, people that are sick,
Right.
people that are not able to get help
Exactly.
that way. So this is something that needs to come to light.
What's the title of the walk?
We're going to San Diego Case March.
The San Diego Case March. If you want to be involved with that, it'll be at 10 a.m.
At the Waterfront Park.
at the
downtown
Waterfront
San
Park.
Diego.
Yes, Waterfront Park, downtown San Diego.
20 years this year.
I want to bring note that you said freelance.
Yeah.
And let's turn to small businesses. How do you think this whole COVID-19 has affected it? Eric, do you have an answer for that?
The freelancers here in San Diego, they don't work directly for the companies, so
Exactly.
they do not receive unemployment. Most of these guys and girls have been getting money through PUA and through other programs that are available, but it has not really supplemented their income
I
during
see.
this entire time.
Exactly. Now, people that don't know what PUA is, what does that mean?
Pandemic Unemployment Assistance.
So, Francesco,
Yep.
so in your business for Pacific Creative Productions, what would you say, let's say, what was the last production that you worked on before COVID-19?
Well, the last production I worked on was something I worked alongside with Ben,
Excellent.
was the Social Media World Convention that is held every year here in San Diego at the Convention Center. And that was March 16th was the last day. March 16th was the last day.
March 4th.
March 4th.
Okay,
yes,
March
yeah.
4th, yeah. That brings up another subject, and that is the huge events that bring an enormous amount of money into San Diego. I mean, guys, we love San Diego, don't we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we want to protect it. What is it about the different events? You mentioned Comic-Con, Eric, in our discussion before this interview. What kind of revenue does that pull into San Diego?
You're looking just for one event, Comic-Con, over $700 million of spending within our economy. And that's not just the attendees going to the convention, buying stuff in the conventions. That's going out and spending money for food, hotels, tourist
Absolutely,
attractions.
absolutely.
And so we're looking at billions of dollars for loss, and
That's
it's going to affect the
incredible.
economy here. We're going to see a drop in the budget because of this.
Well, my understanding is San Diego is rated one of the top locations for events. Is that correct, Francesca?
Yes, correct, Fred. San Diego is a top 10 destination for convention work. So if you think about all the thousands of conventions that happen throughout the year, all around the country, and then we're in the top 10, that just gives you the amount, the number, the magnitude and the amount of work that goes on in the city.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a wonderful point, and I'm glad that you guys are bringing light to this. It's very important to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the event industry, I want to thank you for listening to this interview. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time, and I'm so proud of you as a fellow San Diegan that you are standing up for the good of this community. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you, everybody.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
Yeah.